Greensboro is the place to be during the holiday season with plenty of things to see, do, taste, and the places to shop. You do not need to travel for a taste of winter holidays. Greensboro has just what you need. Ice skating? Check. Shopping? Check. Lights? Check. Oh, so much more. You can find it all actually in downtown Greensboro. Zach Matheny is president of DGI. Hello.
Hello, welcome downtown.
Always love to be downtown, of course. All right, let's talk about the ice rink. It is open for business and will be open through January.
And actually, I think there's such a pent-up demand of folks wanting to get out and get on the ice that with our opening last week, we had double what happened last year. Wow. So it's empty right now, but I know it'll be full later. But hopefully folks will come down and enjoy it.
Back in LeBauer Park.
It is back in LeBauer Park. We love it here. You got the food kiosk around. It's just a great atmosphere here.
Yeah, it's a great way to end your day, to start your evening, whatever. It's really a fun time. All right, so I remember there were trees in years past decorated all in LeBauer Park. Is that coming back?
It is. We're going to change it up a little bit. That's called Tinseltown. And so after you skate, or maybe before, just wander into the Cultural Arts Building right here beside the ice rink, and you'll have 50 trees decorated specifically for nonprofits. Or last year, I think Page High School won with 2 trees put together in a pirate ship. And so they're fun to see. We moved it inside to help with the weather elements. Yeah. And so hopefully folks will venture in and see Tinseltown.
Absolutely. Are there any new things this year?
One of the cool new things we're doing is a jingle jog. And so that you can sign up on our website as well at downtowninDecember.org. That'll be held December 10th, and that's a 5K throughout downtown.
Are you going to be running?
I look forward to watching people run.
All right, let's talk about some of the other events. The season really kicks off, I think, with the Festival of Lights.
Festival of Lights will be Friday, December 2nd. It is. It's my favorite event that we put on as an organization. You know, you bring the community together. The A&T Gospel Choir is going to be leading us in Christmas caroling. And then we light the tree at 6:56.
It's always a lot of fun. And then the parade?
Parade follows the next day. But going back to the Festival of Lights, It's really neat to watch the folks and the families and just individuals walking down the street. Check out our shops. Buying local is important in this time, and so we've got a lot of shops I want folks to see and restaurants to eat. And it's just going to be a great night, which leads us into the next day at noon on Saturday, December 3rd. We kick off the holiday parade.
And what can we expect from the parade this year?
The parade, I'm very excited that we've got a wonderful Grand Marshal in Morgan Radford. Morgan graduated from Grimsley High, and of course is on NBC. She's on the Today Show and has her own MSNBC show. She's coming in just for our holiday parade.
That's cool.
And then we've got the 14 Macy Day style balloons back. The bands are ready. We've got over 100 entries for the parade, and so it's going to be a lot of fun.
And you don't have to get up early for this parade, which is lovely as well.
Absolutely. It starts at noon and probably goes till 2.
Okay, and it's a great time to kick off your shopping. As you said, so many places to shop and eat in downtown, and that leads us to the Merry Madness.
Yeah, the coolest thing that we created on our team was the Merry Madness Passport. And so for every $25 you spend at one of our downtown shops, you can register it online at downtowninDecember.org, and you have an opportunity with that small purchase or a large purchase to win $500 for yourself, and the store that you supported can win $500 as well.
It's a win-win.
It is a true win-win for you and the community and the businesses. They appreciate it so much, especially this time of year.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Okay, so I have to ask you about the big guy. Is he going to be making a visit to downtown Greensboro?
He will be making a visit. He's definitely going to be at the parade, and then he's going to be at the Biltmore Hotel. And when Santa's there, he is all free. And so we want folks to come and enjoy seeing Santa, meeting him, and letting him know what you want.
Absolutely. Have your list ready. What is your very favorite thing about Greensboro in the holidays?
I think Greensboro, and by and large, traditionally throughout the everyday, we are a very warm, authentic, genuine community. And it really showcases itself December 2nd when you see the shoulder to shoulder, everybody singing Christmas carols. And it's just a phenomenal night that kicks off a great month.
Love it. Thank you for spending some time with us. We can't wait to enjoy it all. The best way to experience it is just to come downtown Greensboro, the whole month of December, all the way through the holiday season. And then, of course, just make it a routine. Come back again and again. But you can find out more about all the events we talked about, downtowninDecember.org. No holiday shopping experience is complete without a visit to Toys & Co. in Friendly Center. It is our favorite toy store. Kathy Harris is here to tell us about some of the items that you are going to want to have on your list, or your children might. Let's start with the little ones.
So we're going to start with some infant toys. Right here is Takiri. It's one of our favorites for younger children, like around 0 to 6 months.
So like a chewable toy?
Yes, yes, they're chew toys. Some of them have little bells in them too, so they ring. And they're made out of natural rubber too, and they're washable, so you can wipe them down and wash them with soap and water. After that, we have some of the Jelly Cat that come with a little stuffed animal on them and a little blanket that are so cute. It's a company that originates in London, and they manufacture from out there. And then we have Takiri dolls right here. They're an all-inclusive brand. They try to make dolls of all races, and they make girls and boy dolls, which we really love. And the best thing about that is that they have sewn-in eyes. So you're not worried about that going down the hatch.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and tell us about these guys.
So those are Linkamals. Those are new from Fisher-Price. One really cool thing about them is they all talk to each other. It's so fascinating.
Wait for it.
And each one has a different purpose. One teaches shapes, one teaches music, one is accounting. It's really cool.
All right, these look like these are for some bigger kids.
They are new. They are Playmobil, probably around 3 or 4, going up to maybe 7. This is a new line from them, Wildtopia. It's made from 80% sustainable resources.
Oh, these are a classic favorite.
We're going to start with Magnetiles. Yeah, Magnetiles have been around for a long time, but they've never done a dinosaur theme.
What?
So
That was a miss.
here it is. There are three different. They've just started doing theme sets. So there's a construction, Arctic, a farm, a number of different ones. But dinosaurs is the newest one, and they do 3 different sets. This one, a lot of color to it, and then these are the dinosaurs themselves.
Oh, those are cool.
These are all compatible with Picasso tiles, which has come out with a new racetrack set. And what's cool about that is you have these little battery-powered cars with little pegs on the bottom, so as long as you get them on the slots, on the Picasso tiles, it'll follow the track around. So it becomes a building toy as well as a racetrack.
Oh, okay. So then you can put dinosaurs around this and kind of add to it. Then you're saying.
Yeah, well, it's whatever your imagination can come up with.
Watch out for the guy in the car when the T-Rex gets close. That's for sure. I'm looking at all this Mario stuff. Mario is back, right?
Mario never went away.
Yeah, Mario never went. You're right.
And we're excited to have a good selection of games, and those games are really good quality too. Gel Blaster Surge. It's a rechargeable blaster that shoots gellets, and the gellets are essentially little Orbeez. They come as tiny little pellets. You get 10,000 in a box. They sit in water for 2 hours and turn into that. So you end up with a lot of ammo for just $6.
These you can vacuum. They're biodegradable, non-toxic.
Non-toxic, safe for pets, safe for little ones. They vacuum up easily. We vacuum them up here every day.
I love it. It is always fun to visit you here at Toys & Co. Mark.
We appreciate you coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark, Kathy, thank you so much. Hey, come visit. You just have to come and do a little playing while you shop. That's what the name of the game when you come to Toys & Co. Find them at Friendly Center. They are open all the way through the holidays. One of the most iconic scenes during the holiday season in Greensboro is, of course, the nativity scene at Greensboro College, right on Market Street as you're heading into downtown Greensboro. Ann Hurd is Vice President for Institutional Development at Greensboro College. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Tell us a little history about this nativity scene.
Well, this is an 86-year tradition in Greensboro. It started in 1936 out at Pilot Life, the campus of Pilot Life Insurance. And they started, I understand, with a mannequin from a department store and a baby doll. And then the next year in 1937, they added, they set up 3 scenes. And for the next, until 1962, they used that that set of characters. And then in 1962, they bought the molds, you see, these same set of characters from a man in Georgia named Douglas Wells. And they were shown out at Pilot Life until 1989. That was the year that, and you'll see in the background in the distance, the Jefferson Standard, or then Jefferson Pilot Tower was completed. And Roger Soules, who was the president of Jefferson Pilot, his wife, Majel, was a trustee at Greensboro College and a member of the class of 1941. So they wanted to see the tradition continue. So they offered it to the college, and the college rightfully accepted. We said we would not look a gift camel in the mouth. And so accepted the wonderful display. And it has had lots of interesting experiences since then.
Okay, you're going to have to explain. What do you mean by that?
Well, this is a college town, and so sometimes a sheep will disappear and come back. I'm not advocating for any of this, but I believe that Joseph ended up being held for ransom for $100 one year. One of the good shepherds, we understand, ended up at a bonfire at a local campus nearby.
Oh, my goodness.
And then he was returned, and so that was some of the more fun parts. However, in 2007, it was totally vandalized. And that was, the police were involved, and a local student from another college was responsible and was arrested for it. It took about a year for John Sorry, our theater department, to reconstruct the whole nativity scene.
It is back now, and I know secured. There's security on it.
24-hour security. They are anchored. They are very difficult to move at this point. But when the city of Greensboro, when they found out that the beloved nativity had been vandalized, they
came
to us and brought, gifts and said, please let us help finance.
Kind of like the wise men.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that's great. So what is this? What do you think this scene really means to Greensboro?
It's a tradition. 86 years. I remember as a little girl going out to see it at Pilot Life.
Wow.
And it was way out in the country in Sedgefield at that point. And just generations of us have grown up. My parents grew up going out to visit it. And now my children and my grandchildren come by to see it. It is lighted, starting with the Festival of Lights downtown. And then Greensboro College has the Festival of Lessons and Carols. That is the first Sunday night of December. And we have luminaries, and we love being the gateway as people come downtown to go see all the other festivities. They pass us and people slow down and look at the lighted scene. I think it's special to the whole city.
Yeah, it's not just for the college. It's kind of a gift to the community every holiday season.
It is our gift to the community. Now, the COVID year, 2020, and everything downtown was canceled, and we decided at that point that we would not put it up that year, and the whole city missed it. It was so sad not to have it. So we said, no matter what, it's going back out. So
now we can enjoy it once again. We're so glad. What is one of your favorite holiday traditions? Of course, besides the beautiful nativity here at Greensboro College, one of your favorite holiday traditions in Greensboro?
I love the Christmas parade. I really do. I've been coming my whole life. So I love going downtown to see it.
It's certainly great. And thank you for sharing a little bit about the history and some of the interesting facts behind this scene. And of course, this is free to enjoy, drive by, walk by the campus of Greensboro College right in downtown Greensboro Market and College. We are at the Old Mill of Guilford. This place dates back how many years?
255.
255. So don't ask Amy if she was here, because she wasn't. But she is now the owner of the Old Mill of Guilford. Hello. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for including us in your show.
Tell us about the history of the Old Mill of Guilford.
The Old Mill was built in 1767. It was a grant from the King of England to build a mill in this location. And the mill was built to service the farmers in the area. They would come and bring their grains to have them ground, and sit on the front porch while their grains were being ground and talk to the other farmers in the neighborhood.
And still, all these years later, it is still happening the same way?
Similar way. We buy grains, we buy corn and wheat from local farmers, and we grind them right here. And we mainly service just consumers and restaurants.
It's a great place for gifts and to kind of have something that is really made here in Guilford County.
Yes, it's all made here. It's fresh. We don't alter the grain. We don't enrich it. We don't bleach it. So it's an all-natural grain. And we have the regular flour, cornmeal grits, as well as about 40 different mixes.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. What are the most popular things you sell?
So this time of year will be the sweet potato muffin, old mill gingerbread, which is based on George Washington's mother's recipe, and the cranberry orange scone are the most popular this time of year.
Okay, and what is your favorite?
The sweet potato muffin.
Of those, is there something else that you like better that is not like a holiday treat?
I use a lot of the southern style biscuit.
Oh yeah, I would too. What makes this place so special? I mean, what brought you here and what makes you stay here?
It's the products. The products are fabulous. And the history, and we're part of a community, and the community is very supportive of us, and the history is amazing. That a mill could be built 255 years ago and still be in operation is pretty amazing.
It's pretty spectacular. Tell us what you're about to do.
I'm about to grind yellow plain cornmeal. I will turn on my sifter, which is the machine, back to my back here, and then I will turn on the millstones, and we'll make a lot of racket. I will have to adjust my stones in order to get the proper grind that I like to have for our customers. And once I get that cornmeal ground, we will either pack it in bags plain, or Barbara will make self-rising cornmeal from it, or we'll make hush puppy mix, or corn muffins, and it will all be good.
And you're making me hungry.
Oh yeah, and that's basically the process. The millstones, these are our babies. They're only about 50 years old. The stones are perpendicular behind me here, standing up on edge, and it's a more efficient way to grind than the stones that are laying flat. And we grind Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes this time of the year I will come in more often and grind because we have a lot of Christmas orders going out. And we all give up some days during the holidays, but we love for our customers to come and buy all the good things that are made here at the mill.
Amy, what is your favorite part about the holidays in the Greensboro area?
I love the parades, and I love all the Christmas lights and decorations.
It is a fun time to be in the area.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is.
Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about the Old Mill of Guilford. Hey, if you want to try some of the products, the best thing to do is just come here and experience it for yourself. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 5. Find out more and shop online if you like at oldmillofguilford.com. If you want a little bling under your Christmas tree, then Shipman's Jewelers is the place to come for your holiday shopping. Lane Shipman, co-owner of Shipman's Jewelers. How long has this been a business?
We have been in business since 1893 here in little old Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's a lot of great-grandfathers ahead of you.
Yeah, my great-grandfather was a little German immigrant and a watchmaker, and he settled in Greensboro and built a store right on Elm Street, and we're still on Elm Street today.
And so talk about the legacy. Like, how has it continued so many years, and why, do you think?
Well, I mean, it's mostly because the foundation of our business that he started was all about quality and integrity and making friends and clients. And our business has propelled because we've had fantastic support from the community.
And I know you're going to get a lot of support this time of year as people are making those gift purchases.
Yes, I mean, Christmas is always good. It's just a matter of how good, and we just, it's like a homecoming. I mean, we see everybody this time of year, and it's just a blast. We have so much fun with it, and love seeing everybody and helping them make selections for all their loved ones.
I love it. Okay, I know you have a gift guide that kind of takes into account some different price ranges, so just give us a small, tiny sampling of what's in that.
Sure. So we have, I'll start at the top, okay? So we have many items.
Dessert first.
Yeah, we'll start at dessert first. And so at the above $5,000 level, we have a gift guide on our website. And this is a beautiful bracelet. It's 18 karat gold from a famous jeweler that we work with. His name is Harry Kotler. And this has beautiful diamonds. It's called the Artisan Pave Diamond Bracelet. And as you can see, it opens and fits your little wrist perfectly. I should put it on you, right? So how about that? You can be my model. Yeah, and that one is only $6,800.
Let's drop down a little bit.
Okay, can we drop down to the next level? Okay. Well, this is a lovely 34-inch necklace from one of our Italian designers named Roberta Coin. This is 18 karat gold, and it's called our paperclip necklace. It's very popular. You can wear it double short or long, and this is only $4,100. It's a beautiful item. So.
All right, and we have some earrings. Oh, okay, sure. I guess so. I'm going to get blings.
Okay, there you go. All right. And this is a lovely pair of earrings from Charles Kripel. We have our famous designer here, and we're spending a few days together. Charles builds this out of 18 karat rose gold with pink mother of pearl and a beautiful little diamond set right in the middle. And this beautiful pair of earrings is only $1,450.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
those will be too hard to get in right now.
Not
in the time.
You are good. So I'll put those right up here so you can see that. And then for the guys that need something just under $1,000, we have Stephen Lagos Designs, and this is sterling silver with what I would call white ceramic, and it's a beautiful, fashionable piece, and it's only $550.
And that's kind of an everyday piece, really.
Yeah.
Well, any of these could be everyday pieces.
This is a lot of fun. Yeah.
So this is just a sampling of the gift guide. Obviously, look around. I mean, you just come in with an idea, and you can help somebody make it happen.
Our entire staff is here to serve, and that's what they do. And we have, literally thousands of items here, and all price points and all price ranges and all different collections for the individual. So we just want to help them pick the perfect piece that suits their needs and their interest.
What is it like to be with people on all these special occasions? Because, of course, it's not just the holidays, engagements, birthdays, baptisms, all of these many, many celebrations.
Well, it's a beautiful business for that reason, and we get to help people celebrate what's most important to them, and with meaningful, beautiful pieces of jewelry that last for generations. So, I mean, it's incredibly meaningful, and we love it. I mean, this is all we really want to do when we wake up is spend time with these people, helping them celebrate these most precious moments in their lives. And with beautiful pieces of jewelry from our store, it's just amazing. I mean, we're very blessed to have the opportunity to serve them.
How often does someone come and say, I got this ring or this bracelet from your grandfather or your father?
Almost daily, and we have multi-generational clients as well. So, my grandfather, being a good friend of your dad, I mean, over the years, he was, kind of a fixture here from like 1919 to 1990, and spent a lot of time serving in this community and enjoying people.
And I know you spend most of your time during the holidays here in this store, but do you have any other favorite things about Greensboro during the holiday season?
Oh, yeah, Greensboro. I mean, I think my son just came into town, and I want to invite him and his girlfriend to go visit out at the Natural Science Center, the Festival of Lights that they have out there. I think that's a magnificent thing to do. And just Greensboro in general is just very hospitable. And so just going out to dinner and being out in the community, I mean, this is one of the greatest communities on earth.
Start your shopping at Schiffman's. You can find them on Elm Street in downtown Greensboro, or come to the Friendly Center location and have a sip for a spell at the bar. If you are thinking about buying local during the holiday season, then Summerfield Farms Market is the place you want to be. Holly Summers is the general manager here. Hello.
Hi.
Thanks so much for having us here. It smells like Christmas. It looks like Christmas. I'm in the spirit.
Good. We're so glad y'all are here. And the Carolina pine is what you're smelling. It is my favorite scent in our candles.
So what are the holidays like here at Summerfield Farms?
Oh, the holidays are all of our favorites. There's so much cheer and so much excitement going on from our market to our well truck. And we have so many great gift baskets to spread cheer for all your friends and family.
Okay, so let's talk about shopping because I see things everywhere that look like good purchases.
Yes. Okay, so my favorite gift basket is Holiday at Home. And it has a local wine from Childress Vineyards, and it has a local chocolate bar and a nice little yummy votive candle. It's so cozy, and it's the perfect gift for all of your friends or family. But we have a wide assortment of gift baskets. So if you don't see something you like, our teammates can curate something for you. And we can also ship it nationwide. So I love spreading the local goodness all over the country.
Okay, so tell us about this 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, yes. This is my favorite. So we have a special feature every day, the 12 days leading up to Christmas, and it's a special in our market and also a giveaway. So every $10 you spend, you get a raffle for that day's giveaway. So local companies have donated really awesome gifts. So when you shop with us, you earn raffle tickets, and the end of each day, we choose a winner. So it's a great gift for yourself or to gift to somebody else.
Absolutely. Okay, so there's meats, of course. I saw hot sauces, lots of things for kind of anyone on your list.
Yeah, it's literally for everybody. So we have curated beef boxes that are our 100% grass-fed and grass-finished beef that we raise here on our property. So we create custom beef boxes, and we also have some already picked out for you on our website, or you can come in store and we can help you with that too.
And you can ship those anywhere too?
We can ship them anywhere.
That is amazing. That's a little gift certificate under the tree might be nice, and then it goes right home to them, and they can have it when they get back to wherever they're going, a little piece of home.
Yes, most certainly, and it's delicious.
Absolutely. What is it like to have a business in the Greensboro area?
Oh, we love it so much. There's community. I mean, community is everything, and having such a supportive community and supporting as many local artisans and farmers, it just makes all of our hearts so warm and happy, and we get to benefit the families in our community. So community, that's all I can say. It's really special.
And so what is your favorite part about the holiday season in this area?
Community and the lights and just having the diversity throughout our entire community, from the Lindley Park area and all the balls to the other local vendors and restaurants, and our community does such a wonderful job, and not to mention the town of Summerfield and the tree lighting that they just had, and it's just everyone comes together, and it's a beautiful time of the year.
It's a great time to call this place home. Thank you so much. Hey, come and visit the market at Summerfield Farms, and if you want to learn more, you can always check them out online, summerfieldfarms.com. Everyone wants their house to smell good during the holidays, and candles are a great way to do that. Emily Doughton is owner of Flicker Soy Candles, made here in Greensboro. How did you get started?
I really wanted to make a candle, or have access to a candle that was a little bit higher end, better quality ingredients than what I could find at a store, but also didn't cost upwards of $40. Right. So that I started experimenting, and that's really how it all began.
And it grew into, now I see candles are all over your house.
Yes, it has grown. Word of mouth, been very, very, very fortunate that people have spread the word.
Absolutely. Okay, so how long have you been doing this?
So I started trying to make candles probably about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And when I started, it wasn't with the intention of starting a business. It was really just kind of, my family used to do homemade Christmas gifts. So that's what it was. And at first I thought, gosh, this is pretty complicated. So I experimented, and it probably wasn't, I probably gave it a rest and didn't pick it back up again for like another year. So I really began selling them like 8 years ago.
So what was it that made the switch that you said, I could sell these? I mean, how did that happen?
I think I just experimented to the point where I thought, I think I've got something worth kind of just putting out there. Mm-hmm. And even if it's just very small, we'll just see how it goes. I wanted to get feedback on kind of like the fragrances and the the candles that I thought burned really well and just kind of see what happened. I might not have even put that much thought into it.
And it grew. It worked.
Yes. It's grown, and it's just year after year. It makes me happy that people say, I got this as a gift and I really enjoyed it, and they come and purchase, and yeah.
So what are the most popular scents?
So for the holidays, Fraser Fir is the far and away the most popular scent because it's that fir oil like Christmas tree, and people love it that have a fake Christmas tree or an artificial tree, I should say.
Because then you get the smell in your house without the needles.
Right, exactly. And then year round, I have a blend of a lemon, grapefruit, and orange candle, and that one is the most popular scent year round.
Do you still love to make them? Do you still love to burn them?
I do. So I think it just makes me so happy that people really enjoy them. So that, to me, just keeps me going. And it is nice that, like, this is the most busy time of year. And so it's nice because, you get a little bit of a break, and then you kind of have to, it's not this frantic and this hectic the rest of the year. Yeah. So it's I do. I really do enjoy it.
And what is your favorite part of the holidays in Greensboro?
I just love, like, hanging out with the kids and, just like spending time with the family. I don't really cook, so my husband cooks, but I just love the being at home with the family.
That's a great thing to love. I'm right there with you. Thank you so much. Hey, you can find her candles online at flickersoycandles.com. If you're looking for something beautiful that smells good and is useful, then the Black Belt Soap Company is the place you need to visit to check off everyone on your list. Jeff and Tamika are the magic makers behind this business. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tamika, tell us how you got started.
So I tell everyone this little story. I went to a luxury hotel several years ago on a family trip, and they had seaweed soap. And I had such an amazing experience using the seaweed soap. I had herbal essence experience in the shower. So after that, I started looking for artisanal soaps all over the place. And I eventually started making my own soaps.
So maybe you couldn't find exactly what you wanted, or you just thought you could do it better.
I'm a creative, so I like to add my own ingredients. So I just wanted to see what I could come up with.
So when did you decide that you're not going to just make it for you, but you were going to make it as a business?
So I started making soaps for gifts, and I would give them out during the holidays because I like doing that, and people started asking for more of the soaps. But it wasn't until I had a personal tragedy. My only daughter passed in 2014, and I used soap making as a way to channel through the grief and to use my hands to be constructive and to do something to help people.
And it grew now into this. I understand you were working out of your home. The whole business is out of your home. The plan was to never have a brick and mortar. Is that right?
No, not at all. We enjoy our autonomy and freedom and not have to be chained to brick and mortar. Not to say that brick and mortar is the worst thing, but there's a lot of responsibility involved. But we rose to the occasion, if you will, and we're here.
You grew. You just grew out of your home.
Yes, exactly. Literally, yes.
Yeah, so during COVID, our online sales quadrupled. Wow. And we had boxes and jars and bottles stacked high throughout the house. And I was like, this is no way to live. And people wanted to constantly schedule time to pick up their products. And I looked at my husband and I said, I think it's time for us to get a store.
Yeah.
And
so here we are.
Here we are. Yeah.
So tell us about your products. What are some of the most popular ones?
Just depends on who you ask, but overall I would say our matcha green tea, lemongrass, and honey soap is by far the most popular. People really love that. And it just, some people love lavender, and we also make custom-made soaps, and I actually use a lot of fresh produce in my soaps. So I make a soap using okra and rosemary. Yes. Raw sweet potatoes, cucumber, aloe, mint. Yes, so I use a lot of fresh ingredients in my soaps.
Was this experimentation or research or a little bit of both?
A little bit of both, and plus I'm from an agricultural background. The Black Belt is actually a region of Alabama, so I wanted to bring a little of that agriculture into my product making.
Okay, so let's talk just briefly about your background, because it was not in soap making or either one of you.
Everyone thinks we're scientists in some respect, and I'm like, no, we were made into scientists as we went along, with the intention to be kind of advocates for health and wellness, more or less, and just to be as natural as much as possible, within reason, within reason.
And so I know you're an artist, and you did, in fact, did all of the branding and packaging for the beautiful products.
Right, I have, yes. It was cheaper to go with me, so I come with the package.
I think that she got a deal, because it's beautiful for sure. And you're actually a professor at North Carolina A&T.
I am. I'm a college professor in the Department of Liberal Studies at A&T. Yes, and I use a lot of health and wellness in my classes. So I teach an alternative healing modalities course, along with women's studies and African American studies classes.
What is the most rewarding part about this business for you?
I mean, I enjoy the creativity. I enjoy the friendships we've developed with our customers. I enjoy being personable. I think we both do. It doesn't always feel like a job, more or less, especially when you're kind of, doing it yourself and you're not having to adhere to anyone else's rules. So the freedom of being yourself and giving back your own creations, and as little gifts that people can unfold and unravel, and people enjoy it. And it's actually helping someone.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to say, for me, it's helping people. We have people driving in from Fayetteville, from Charlotte, and they actually thank us for being here and tell us how much their skin has improved from using our natural products. So that's very rewarding for me.
I love it. I love it. And we can't talk about gifts without talking about the holiday season and your favorite parts. What are your favorite parts about the holiday season here in Greensboro?
Oh my gosh.
For me, it's just seeing the families together and just, I always love an excuse to get together and be with friends and family. So the togetherness.
Yeah, absolutely. Greensboro is very much a family-oriented town, and I appreciate the fellowship of that. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and finally, how is the best way for folks to shop?
Oh.
Okay, so you can come into our shop. It's 416 East Market Street, and we're generally open on Tuesdays through Fridays from 12 to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 until 5. You can always shop online as well at blackbeltsoap.com.
Absolutely.
Love it. Thank you, and congratulations. This is just a ton of fun, and thank you for all the good you're doing. Really appreciate it. All right, once again, visit them on East Market Street near downtown Greensboro, and online, blackbeltsoapco.com. One of my favorite holiday traditions in Greensboro is what we call the floating lights of Sunset Hills. Others call them Christmas balls, but they seem just magical as you drive through this beautiful neighborhood. Cooper Dunning has grown up in this neighborhood. He knows all about them. What are your first memories of those balls?
So I remember as early as 6 or 7 driving through the neighborhood, making the balls with my parents, specifically my dad. He's a big fan. And really them just, lighting up the sky, and I love it because it's in my neighborhood, so it makes it even more special.
I mean, it really is kind of magical.
Yeah, it's something I can't explain. It's just when you walk through the neighborhood, you look up in the sky, and it's just, they're everywhere, and it's awesome. So
when did you start making them? You said with your dad some. When did you kind of start doing this on your own?
So this is my 4th year, so when I was 10. But when I was 10, it was more I was just, interested in having a little little business, and it really just exploded in the years after for me. But when I was 10, I had like I made 50 and then the next year I made 300, and then the next year I made 700, and this year I'm going for 1,000. So it's getting bigger and bigger. But yeah.
Now, are all your clients in Sunset Hills, or does it go beyond?
It goes beyond. I would say probably about 35-40% of my business is in the neighborhood, but then the rest is everywhere.
Well, you definitely have an entrepreneurial spirit, but this is not just about making money for you. This is also about giving back.
So a portion of the proceeds go to the Green for Greens Fund, which is a SNAP benefit program that directly impacts the food stability in Greensboro. And so there's a goal, I have a goal this year of $3,000 to be raised and donated, which is definitely a big increase from last year. Last year I donated $2,000, and so I'm trying to increase it by another $1,000 like I did the prior year. But I feel like it's just a really great way to give back to the community that, supports me so much. So
yeah, and that's what the balls are all about. I mean, you'll see bins to donate food and stuff all over the neighborhood too.
Yes, our neighborhood is I don't even, it's really difficult to explain. They do so much. I mean, so it was just fitting to give back a part of what they provide this neighborhood and provide the people of Greensboro. It's really special.
Yeah, tons of joy, that is for sure. All right, so this seems like a silly question to ask you, but do you have a favorite holiday tradition in Greensboro?
The holiday balls. The holiday balls.
Of course.
I mean, I also love the race that our neighborhood puts on. I don't ever actually run it because I live here, so I see it and I do it enough. I love seeing the runners go by. I love seeing the photos. I hang out around it. I just never run, but yeah, it's my favorite.
I love it. All right, so give us a quick rundown, just a quick tutorial of how the balls are made. You don't have to give away any secrets, but.
So I use dog wire. It's a thicker gauge metal than the typical chicken wire, so it's more durable and definitely longer lasting. But when I make them in batches of like 42 to 50, and so I have like a factory line in my room that I'm cutting my metal, and my hands are really like feeling it, but it's not difficult. It's time consuming, but I feel like I have it down to a science. So
sounds like it. And tell us, you're how old?
I'm 14 years old, and I'm a Grimsley Whirly freshman. I love it there, so yeah.
Go Whirlies, absolutely. All right, love it. Thank you so much, Cooper. All right, you can find Cooper on Instagram, Facebook, at Cooper's Christmas Balls. It is not too late to get in your order to support an entrepreneur and to support our community as well. You might remember this painting. It's called Not Forgotten. It was done by William Mangum in 1988, and it was the very first honor card. Well, 35 years later, he is closing the book on the honor card, but not before one more really special addition to the catalog, I should say. William Mangum, great to have you with us.
Well, thank you so much for coming out, and it is hard to believe what began back in 1988 has come full circle. And this year's piece is actually titled Making a Difference, and it's the same title that's on the book that sort of encompasses all 35 years.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this particular piece.
Well, when I met Michael back in 1988, this was a fellow that I befriended that was homeless, and ultimately I became his caretaker. Little did I know after those 3 years of friendship, Mike would pass away. And it really pricked my heart to do an annual painting to raise awareness and funds for the needy and homeless in Greensboro. And this year's card is called Making a Difference, and here's the original. And what's really fantastic about it is the honor card program has made a difference. And my relationship with Mike also made a difference in me. And I think that's really the story behind the old program, is that all of us, if we just pause, maybe even just bend an ear or volunteer, we all have the opportunity to make a difference in someone else's life.
And you have made a big difference. So tell us about where the money has gone and how much.
So it all began with Greensboro Urban Ministry in 1988. The first honor card, Not Forgotten, that you shared, raised over $50,000 that year. This year, Making a Difference, the honor card has already surpassed $10 million and has served 15 different agencies across North Carolina. So what began here in Greensboro with the good folks' support has actually blossomed all across the state.
And so when you purchase a card, you're actually not only getting a beautiful card to send to a family or friends, but you're making a donation to a local agency.
Yeah. The inside the card says you actually purchase it for $5. All of the proceeds go directly to Greensboro Urban Ministry or any of the agencies that support it. And then you sign it and you send it to a friend or a family member, and it says a gift has been given in your honor to support the needy and homeless in our community. Last year, Greensboro Urban Ministry raised $350,000 through the sale of the honor cards. And that's just a really great sign that we live in a community that really cares for the least of these.
How does this just make you feel? I mean, seeing this just catalog of work, I mean, it's nothing short of remarkable, really. The work and the money and the good that is done.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to imagine that befriending a homeless person, Mike, back in 1988 would have such impact. Not only on me, because I feel like I'm nothing more than a conduit of using a little bit of my talent, but raising that awareness to our community. It sends a message that's really heartfelt, and I'm very proud of the fact that it has been embraced so well. So I look forward this year, if I may, I've put together this book. It's called Making a Difference, and the beautiful thing about this is it's a mini biography of me. How did I become an artist? It's my 3-year friendship with Mike, the story of that until he passed away. But then in the back of the book, it has all 35 of the paintings and the inspiration behind each one.
And if I'm not mistaken, is that you in this painting as well with Mike?
Yes. Mike will have been 67 years old, and I'm just a handful of years older than him. But this is the first time that I've been in a painting, but it's also poignant, and that, as I shared, not only did he make a difference in me, but for this community as well.
And how has this project changed you?
Well, it's certainly given me perspective. I think so often we have a tendency to get wrapped up in our own world, but anytime you go outside of your comfort zone, I've been serving down at Urban Ministry for many, many years doing a prayer breakfast. And when you cross those tracks and you're taken out into their world and their experiences, it really humbles you, and it puts life in perspective. So I'm grateful for that, and I will always continue to support Greensboro Urban Ministry. But putting this capstone on it now really allows me a little more freedom to maybe even expand some ideas that I have been restricted to. So I'm not stopping to paint.
No, you're not retiring. No, I know you're not.
By any means. I've actually been more prolific than I ever been, and I've been blessed to create more than 4,000 original paintings in my career.
That's unbelievable. Where can we find the honor cards? Where can we find the book?
Well, the book is available here through us at the studios, williammangum.com. Just go online. The honor cards are available all across the city. Obviously, Greensboro Urban Ministry has them. There are some retail stores like Barnes & Noble, Fleet Plumber. Bob Plummer, my good friend, also carries the card on Battleground. But you can call them and they'll lead you to the right place.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing your talent for all these years. And I know you're not going anywhere, so we'll be seeing more, and we'll be excited to see what's next, what the next chapter of the book is for you. So thank you so much. Once again, that is williammangum.com to find out more about the books, and contact Greensboro Urban Ministry or visit one of the stores that he mentioned to purchase the honor cards. On behalf of Frosty and everyone at Greensboro Television Network, we hope you have a very happy holiday season.